Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Scandinavian Shopping Live. My name is Bennett.
And I'm Maggie, and we are coming to you live from Highway 8 Studios in America's Little Sweden, Lindstrom, Minnesota.
Yeah, TGIF, right?
Oh, yeah.
Thank goodness it's Friday, because Friday is Scandinavian Style and Gifts, right?
Ooh.
This is a super fun show. I think it might be my favorite of the three that we do.
Really?
Yeah, just because it's fun. We have so many cool, figurines and gifts, and I love me some knickknacks, right? So yeah, today's show, Scandinavian Style and Gifts. This is where you will find the best Scandinavian style and gifts for a loved one, a parent, or even yourself.
Ooh. A lot of the items you'll see today are produced in small runs or imported from Scandinavia or made using traditional methods. And when they sell out, they might not return.
If this is your first time watching Scandinavian Shopping Live, or just your first time watching a Shopping Live channel in general, it's super simple. If you're watching us on our website at swedishgiftstore.com, all you have to do is just sit back and enjoy the show. Once we talk about the products, they will actually appear below the screen, and so you can go ahead and click on them to learn more information or to add them to your cart.
Also, we are watching a chat. So if you have any questions about any of the products you see today or just want to jump in and say hello, leave a comment and we can talk to you in real time.
Awesome. All right. If you're watching us on Facebook, in order to buy a product, it is a little bit different. When you see a product you want, comment sold and then the name of the product, and then we will go ahead and DM you to fulfill that order.
And remember, you'll always find even more Scandinavian treasures at our brick and mortar store here in Lindstrom or on our website, swedishgiftstore.com.
All right, so we have 4 exciting segments today. We have some traditional Sami bracelets right here. We have some premium knitwear by A Northern Story. We have authentic Swedish dollar figurines, and then we have some Nordic cookbooks. So let us get started with these really cool traditional Sami bracelets. If you want to tell us a little bit about that, Maggie.
Yeah, so the Sami are the indigenous people of Sapmi, which is pretty much northern Norway, Sweden, Finland, kind of just that really upper part of those 3 countries. And kind of part of Russia as well. They're known for their unique languages, traditional reindeer herding, distinct culture, like the Gakti clothing, and spiritual heritage rooted in shamanism.
Some words in there.
I'm too tired for this morning. Mm-hmm. These bracelets are handcrafted using reindeer hide, or reindeer leather, pewter thread on top, right there, and then reindeer antler buttons. They are super, super cool. They're made in Sweden's Norrbotten County, which is part of the original land of Sapmi.
I did not know about the reindeer antler buttons. How fun is that? Yeah, super cool. So yeah, this first one right here, this is kind of like the traditional weave, right? And so, like Maggie said, it's made with pewter, right? So, they the traditional weaving that the Sami people, would use in their clothing is reflected here in the weave of the metal, right? And, the Sami people were known to be reindeer herders, and so it's just that kind of thing of just, using all the parts of the animal. It's just a very cool kind of traditional bracelet, and it's just super cool looking too, right?
Yeah. I mean, like you said, similar to how we see Native Americans using every part of the animal and not letting anything go to waste. It's the same with the Sami people, and what a treat we have here.
Yes, and we have these in all different sorts of colors and sizes. Here is the black. Right next to it is the dark brown. It's kind of hard to tell, but you can kind of tell on the camera there, right? Yep, so we've got the dark brown as well. And then we have this really nice, like a grayish blue here, which, is just kind of a nice cooler tone. That's kind of more unique, right? These are the kind of, natural kind of, almost like hide colors that you would see on a reindeer. But I don't know, I mean, I'm not a reindeer expert by any means, but I don't know if I'd see anything that color, right?
Well, that's why these are made in Sweden, because you can only find the blue reindeer up there.
True, and I've never been, so yeah, this is true. The blue reindeer, those are the special ones, the secret ones. And then last but not least, we have this one, which this one's a bit beefier than these 3, right? These are the traditional design for $89.99. And I know that might be a little expensive, but this is all handcrafted, a cultural recreation, a really kind of a beautiful work of art, work of jewelry, and kind of piece of history, right? But this one, they call this the tennis weave, right? And so it kind of has like a main weave in the middle and then just 2 strands of pewter on the side. So if you want something a little bit beefier, that's the one for you.
Really great for both men and women. I love these thinner ones, especially this light blue. It goes with my sweater really well. But, if I were to gift this to someone like my dad or my brother, I think they'd really like one of these thicker ones or some of the other styles that we carry. But they're just so nice. They're really durable. Like you said, so beautiful. And we just love them. We sell so many.
Yes, these are very popular. So get them while they last. And if you see a design on the website you don't like, be sure to just keep checking. SwedishGiftStore.com. We always, these are in high demand, so we always, might be hard to get sometimes because, they're traditionally made and handcrafted, but we always keep them in stock. So
ones come through too that are as red as your sweater. They have bright red. Which are so cool.
So, you got like the traditional ones and like the kind of modern takes, right? So yeah, super cool. And it's just a cool little piece of, Scandinavian history, right? Up next, we have knitwear by A Northern Story. If you want to tell us about that company while I grab the sweaters.
Yeah. So A Northern Story, formerly known as Virke, did I pronounce that right?
Yes, you did, actually.
Yes. Is a knitwear manufacturer based in Norway. They describe their clothing as influenced by Norwegian tradition and pattern, made with a personal twist, yet with respect of national treasures. So we have quite a few of their pieces today.
Yes, we do.
That's what I want.
That is, there you go. The A Northern Story sweater made famous by Maggie, right? So yeah, let's check out the sweaters first, right? So these sweaters, this is the black one, right? Of course, they have many colors. We have red, blue, but it's the same design, right? And if you look closely here, they have this kind of traditional Selbu star pattern. It is a Norwegian, traditional knitting pattern that they showcase, here as these stars, right? Yeah, don't worry about that tag. Thank you, Maggie. Yes, these stars right here, that traditional Selbu pattern. And this is made with a blend of merino wool and lamb's wool. So that's merino, that's a species of sheep. So half sheep wool, half lamb's wool. Either way, 100% wool. This is very nice. These sweaters are great. We have other brands of sweaters. These are kind of lighter, which is nice because, we have some other that are like heavy duty, like skiing sweaters, which are like fleece lined, which are great, but like you can't really wear them inside because you'll start boiling, right? It gets pretty hot. But no, these sweaters are super nice. It is just the wool, right? Super great on the inside, right? You can see how the design translates on the inside as well. So, yep, just 100% wool through and through.
Yeah, and wool is so nice for both keeping you warm, but it's also moisture wicking as well.
Yes.
So, like he said, these are a bit lighter. So if you're looking for something just to wear more casually, I think this would be really great, to give as a gift or just to wear around. They're so nice. There's a reason why I pick this brand to wear for every show. Because they are so much, just lighter and easier to wear and, under a bunch of big lights.
yes, under a bunch of big lights. All right, and so those are our sweaters. And of course, we have them in multiple colors here. And we have even more colors on our website at SwedishGiftStore.com, and you can take a look at the whole catalog of A Northern Story. So moving on, we have a scarf. First of all, this scarf is reversible. That's right. Blue on one side here, and then we got the white on the other. Let me just set it on the table here. So yes, this scarf, very nice. Let me see if I can present it in somewhat of a presentable fashion, and the answer is no, I can't. Oh wow, this is really bad. Drew shaking his head. He's like, why am I working here? There you go. All right. So this blue scarf, very just like, that's what's cool about A Northern Story is that their colors really pop compared to the other sweaters we have. Like that is just a very vibrant blue. Again, with that traditional Selbu star pattern. And this is made with 100% merino wool.
So again, super, super warm, but again, like something that's a little lighter. It's not itchy
Yeah.
at all, like a lot of people would associate with wool. Same with the sweaters, they're not itchy. Again, that's why I choose these ones to wear. It's super, super nice. Again, great for gifting. And you know what would be an even better way to show this off?
Oh, to put it on.
Obviously.
Man.
And not block our microphones.
Yes, well that is why she works here, because I don't think about that. Yeah. I would say that the Northern Story sweaters are our softest sweaters of all of them. And that scarf is just, it feels so nice, so soft. You wouldn't even believe that it's wool, right?
Yeah. So nice.
Yeah, the reversible, white, so depending if it's before or after Labor Day, right? Because it can get kind of cold in September.
So nice. You can see my microphone right there. And then me desperately trying not to block it so everyone can hear what I'm saying. But they are, again, so beautiful, so nice. A really great quality item to buy for really anyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. I think I'm going to take it off now. I'm a little warm.
And then last but not least, we have the hat, right? Just a classic, and it's got the Selbu pattern across the entirety of the hat, right? The scarf, it was just kind of like a little adornment at the edge. But yeah, just a classic, sock cap, right? So very nice. Again, inside, this isn't really necessarily reversible, but I'm just showing you that it's just, just good old wool. So yep, just that one layer of wool. So that makes it, it'll keep you warm, but it's also breathable. Very nice alternative to like the huge hats that you wear in the winter. It's hard to find something that's fashionable that'll keep you warm, but like, that is made for a better spectrum than just, negative, to 10 degrees, right? It's nice to
Made
have
for
something
just
that's,
Minnesota.
yes, nice to have something that could, work, above and below freezing, right?
And you know what? I think it's your turn to wear something.
Oh,
Put that hat on.
okay. Wow.
Very nice.
I feel like I'm ready for the slopes.
You look ready for the slopes.
I feel ready.
Great.
Yeah, I look very fashionable.
Yes, you do.
I don't have the hair for a beanie. I don't.
like though that you have like a little
The one-
tuft out front.
That was complete chance. So yeah, if you want to look as cool as me right now,
If you want a little Superman tufted hair going on your forehead,
this is the hat for you.
yes it is.
Yes, enjoy. Okay. Oh my goodness, yeah. I was like, all right, up next, we have our Swedish dollar figurines. These are so popular, and they are a Swedish cultural icon. If you want to tell us about that, Maggie is our resident, as declared by me, resident dollar horse expert.
I was gonna say, you say this every time.
I do, but no one talks about dollar horses like you. I'm telling you.
Man. Well, dollar horses, well, dollar figurines, as he said, because there's not just horses.
Yes.
Trace back to the 17th century, where men would go off to work and they'd carve toys to bring back for their children, and it was horses or sheep or pig, or not sheep, horses or chickens or pigs, because they were so important to family life and travel and, just the farm. And then in 1939, a man named Granus Olsen brought a 9-foot tall, or 3 meter, if you live overseas, dollar horse that he had carved and painted himself to the World's Fair in New York. And that's kind of when they exploded and became that symbol of Sweden and really, grew in popularity as figurines that people would keep in their homes. So they are just so fun, so nice, and they're symbols of good luck, courage, strength, and, just super unique. They have that beautiful rose mauling kind of painting on their rose mauling, or curbits, as they say. And yeah.
So, those who are watching this show, if you're not familiar, the traditional dollar horse is like a standing dollar horse with red, but I figure a lot of you are seasoned Scandinavian appreciators watching this show. So we're going to show, some different dollar horses, right? So first of all, we got this really cute, it's a cute little take, it's that traditional color, but he's having a little rest, taking a little seat, right? Super cute, just a cute little spin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the sitting ones. They're a much more unique dollar horse, like you said, than you'll see anywhere else. But, sometimes over, in Sweden where they make them, still hand carved and hand painted, they'll do unique runs like this where it's either, fun colors or, fun different positions that they're sitting or standing in.
Yeah.
So make sure to always check up on our website, see what we have. Some of the ones that are my favorite are like light blue and light pink, like we showed on Wednesday. So cute.
Yeah, and so, even though this one might not be the traditional form factor, it is still hand carved from Swedish pine and hand painted in I wouldn't say a factory, but like a business in Sweden.
Yeah.
I guess it is a factory, but like a factory of hundreds of people hand making these horses, right? They still do it the old-fashioned way, where we buy them. So, super cool, authentic Swedish dollar horses. So, what about this blue one over here?
Yeah, the blue is another really super popular color. Blue means loyalty, if you didn't know that.
Yes, yes.
Each color kind of has its own meaning to it. Red is like passion and luck, but blue is loyalty. And I think blue is probably our second most popular color that we sell. And this is the royal blue. We also have like a darker blue and a light kind of baby blue, but this one is a favorite. And look, if you maybe have, someone that you love and you're looking for a fun gift. Oh,
make them kiss. Look at there. Wow.
Always got to make the dollar horses kiss.
And so this one, I would say, is this like the 5-inch?
Yeah, so this is a 5-inch.
Gotcha.
This is probably about the same, but these are a little more expensive just because they have that fun, they're sitting right on their butts.
Yep. And we failed to mention that actually not only do the colors have symbolic meaning, the actual animals do. So we'll get into the rooster and the pig in a second. But dollar horses represent strength, courage, and good luck, right? So that's a big cultural part. It used to be just a toy for kids, but then it's like a cultural symbol. It's a symbol of good luck and strength and courage, right? Just kind of like great to have in your home. Can't go wrong, right? We all need a little bit more of good luck in our lives. I know I do.
And we have a range of sizes from 2 inches, real tiny, to
like these huge ones over here.
Yeah, I think the largest we have is like 10 or maybe 12
inches. This is
our
10-incher.
Yeah.
Right, humongous. This one is only $249.
Oh, what a steal!
Right. But yeah, it's hard to get a giant piece of pine. You just gotta carve it straight from the log at that point.
Sometimes people come in and they say, "Oh, I found a dollar horse about this big at Goodwill for $5." I say, "Well, you just robbed that store because they are so expensive."
Yeah, so go get a lottery ticket after that.
Seriously though, sometimes people do not know what they have and they end up selling them, but these are so nice.
Yes. A lot of love is put into every one of these horses. And then a lot of love is also put into getting them here to Minnesota, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it ain't easy. Ain't cheap either.
All right.
But if you want the best, you gotta pay the best, right? I say let's start talking about the rooster, huh? What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. So roosters represent protection, light, and new beginnings. I love the roosters. I think they're so fun. Again, they have that similar like rose mauling Curbit's design on them. We have a wide range of colors, like I keep saying. This is the dark blue, kind of similar to that blue and the horse. Look, they're best friends.
Wow.
Do you like the roosters?
The roosters remind me of my childhood home as a kid because my mom, in her kitchen, she decorated it with roosters.
Really?
Yeah, but not like, like Scandinavian roosters. But I keep seeing that and I'm like, oh, my mom would love that. So I don't know if I think it might just be me, but it just gives that like kitchen-y kind of kitsch vibe.
That's what I hear a lot of people coming in and saying like, oh, this would be perfect in my kitchen.
Yep.
But
so yeah, that's kind of what I think. The horses are my favorite though.
Really?
Yep.
Classic.
Always. All right, and so last but not least, we have the pig, the dollar pig, right? And this is in the white colored. What did white symbolize again?
White is like purity and prosperity.
Gotcha. Purity and prosperity.
Yeah, and then pigs themselves represent like prosperity and abundance.
Gotcha. Yeah, because we eat pigs, so.
Yeah. Oh, I love bacon.
Yep.
Delicious. But yeah, like we keep saying, that similar rose mauling Curbit's design, so fun. I think the pigs are nice because they're a bit simpler. I've also, had quite a few people come in and say, oh, look at those little bears. So if you have someone who likes bears,
Buy the pig and tell them it's a bear, and you're good to go. All right, so yeah, and we, have all these in different sizes, colors, whatever you can think of, authentic, hand-carved, from Sweden at SwedishGiftStore.com. We are proud to be, a leading and just, honorable, reputable source of dollar figurines because we take this very seriously. We take Scandinavian heritage and culture very seriously. So, get them. Get them while you can because, again, these stay on our shelves for like 2 seconds, right?
And we try to keep them on year-round, but like you said, they move so quick just because they are such a fun thing to have in your home or just give as a gift. I have people that come and they collect them.
Oh, yeah.
They say, I have, $20 to $30 horses in my home, little...
Shelves full of them. Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, well, last but not least, we have some cookbooks here, right? So I will move these over there, and we can kind of showcase these here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these are Scandinavian cookbooks, right? Oh, and we had a secret dollar horse. We missed one. We have a black one, too, so proof we have even more colors. Sorry about that little guy. Didn't mean to forget about you. But yeah, let's start with this one over here, the Little Book of Fika.
Ooh.
Right? Can you tell us about fika just in general?
Yeah, so how people in England have tea time, Swedish people have coffee time. So fika is a word that means, taking a break, slowing down, having some snacks, some coffee. And it is a tradition that is still observed today. A lot of companies in Sweden will still take a fika break, a mandatory fika break every day. Take an hour, go down the street, get a cup of coffee. I think it's something we should maybe observe here.
I think so, because there's a coffee shop right across the road. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm not a big coffee drinker, but I would definitely take my time and go get some hot chocolate.
Yeah. And not only is it coffee, usually it is also accompanied with a baked good, right? Mm-hmm. And so that's what this book is all about here, right? So this book, Little Book of Fika by Linda Balslev. Linda is an award-winning writer, cookbook author, and recipe developer. She's a New England native, but she attended a Le Cordon Bleu École de Cuisine, which is a culinary school in Paris. And after that, she was a food editor, culinary instructor, and personal chef in Switzerland and Denmark for 15 years. So she knows a little thing or two about Scandinavian cooking. And in this book, it explores the history and culture behind fika. It gives tips for creating your own fika moments at home, and it includes recipes for classic fika treats. And watch me butcher all of these, or do you want to pronounce them?
Well, I will, do the American one. So the cinnamon buns.
Yep.
Cardamom bular.
Cardamom bular, which is cardamom buns. And this one I could have guessed what it was. You at home, guess what this is in English. Chokladbollar.
Chocolate balls.
Chocolate balls, right? Chokladbollar, yep. Mm-hmm. I can kind of figure that out. And then the classic pepper kakor, ginger snaps, right? Which is great with coffee. Mm-hmm. And then some, cream puffs and, all the traditional Swedish fika classics, right? Up next, we have here Classic Recipes of Sweden by... Sorry, I clicked the wrong book.
Anna Bosesson.
Yes, thank you for jumping in while I'm pressing the wrong button here. My bad.
So she is a half Swedish, half Finnish author and is a self-taught chef who ran multiple successful Scandinavian restaurants in the United Kingdom and is now back living in Stockholm writing recipe books. This book is considered one of the best guides to Swedish food for English speakers.
Yeah. She's been doing this for a while. She's been writing, Swedish books since 2013. That was when she released her first one. But yeah, she's the real deal. And this book, features authentic Swedish recipes showcasing traditional flavors. It includes an overview of kind of, the Swedish landscape, festivals, and kind of key ingredients, right? So it's a wide spectrum of foods, whether it just be traditional food you would eat like at home, like on just the day-to-day if you were a Swede, or, if you were celebrating, a specific event or a festival or something like that. It is a wide variety of foods for that. And then it is also perfect for both seasoned cooks and beginners. So if you want to try something new with your palate, if you're tired of, making spaghetti and pizza, eating hamburgers every day, which I'm not, but I always love to expand my palate, then give this book a try. I might check it out because I'm trying to learn how to cook. Can I cook? No. I am a bad cook, but I am learning how to cook. I can cut a mean onion.
Whoa.
Yeah. That's usually what my girlfriend has me do when we cook, because that's about all I can handle so far, but we're getting there.
Baby steps. Baby
steps, right. Up next, we have got, this one I'm kind of excited about, or not kind of, I'm very excited about, Scanda Kitchen. It's from the Scanda Kitchen cookbook series, and this is the Essence of Hygge.
Yeah.
Pronounced Hygge.
Hygge or Hygge?
Yep. Hygge, yeah. So Hygge is the, what is it, Danish?
Yes.
Thank you. Danish word for comfort, right? And not only is it just a word, it is also a culture, way of life. Do you think you can explain that somewhat, or I'm kind of putting you on the spot?
Not very well, but everything that I've seen about Hygge is just, like you said, comfort, being comfortable in the home, and really your living space. Mm-hmm. And this kind of incorporates food into that. If you have a comfortable home, good food, then you're just living the life.
Yep, and not only is Hygge. I knew how to pronounce it like this morning, but I'm just on the spot.
Just slips away.
But not only is Hygge a practice that you do by yourself, they also really Hygge is a big important part of just conviviality, of just being with friends and family. And just even strangers, those around you, is just having a mind space of just kind of comfort and togetherness, right? And so in this book, it is not only a cookbook, but it's also a self-help book where you learn about the history and origins of Hygge and how to apply it in your daily life. It is made by, it is written by Bronte Aurel, Danish owner of London's Scanda Kitchen, featuring some of her favorite traditional Danish recipes. So, yeah. And then last but not least here we have Fika.
Ooh, another
Fika book. We don't play with our Fika, right? This is the big book of Fika. That's the tiny book. Little book, big book.
This is for beginners. This is for the experienced.
Yeah. Well, not necessarily,
No.
but for if you're a beginner holding a book, maybe.
Maybe.
But yeah, so this book is by Johanna Kinval, right? And so Johanna Kinval is she is a writer and an illustrator. She did all the illustrations in this, and she co-wrote it with Anna Brons again. That we had featured. No, we did not actually. That was a different person. Sorry. So she co-wrote this book, and she did all the illustrations for this book, and she also has a famous Swedish cooking blog called Kokblog, right? Which is Swedish for cooking blog, right? Award-winning cooking blog. She just very much, is passionate about, all things Swedish cooking and baking. And this book really just kind of, again, showcases, just the, everything there is to know about Fika, the culture, the history, and some classic recipes.
Ooh.
And the illustrations, Maggie's looking at the illustrations right now. The illustrations in these are
like
very nice. Yeah, she's a very talented artist. Kind of show them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've got, a bunch of different recipes in here. I saw rhubarb compote. This is almond potato cakes. So really a little bit of everything.
Yeah, and so unique. Way more unique than the traditional cookbook where they just kind of show pictures. It really is a cookbook and also a work of art. And so, yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah, little character portraits, yeah. Johanna Kinval, very talented artist. Not only is she a writer, but also a very talented artist. And, she sells, her patterns as fabric, and she sells art as well. Yeah, yeah, multi-talented, right? So if you would love this is just such a comfy book, right? And what better book about Fika than, just a book that you open it and you just got to kind of go, So you can enjoy your Fika while reading about Fika and while cooking the Fika too, right?
Whoa.
So there you go.
Three-dimensional Fika.
Yeah. Non-stop, baby. So that wraps up our show today. Thank you all so much for shopping with us today on Scandinavian Shopping Live. Remember, quantities are limited, so buy now while the items are still available.
And just a reminder, you can buy anything that you saw today at our brick and mortar store here in Lindstrom or on our website, swedishgiftstore.com.
Yep, we are live 3 times a week, Wednesday through Friday at 11 a.m. with diverse shows, new products, news stories, and new Scandinavian favorites. Check swedishgiftstore.com for show schedules and sign up or follow us for show reminders and announcements.
All right. Well, thanks for watching.